So let's talk about spreadsheets. We all use them, right? But most of us are barely scratching the surface of what they can really do. What if I told you that that simple grid could become an intelligent dashboard for your entire business? Today, we're going to break down the principles to turn that spreadsheet chaos into crystal clarity.
Okay, so right off the bat, here's the core problem we've got to tackle. On the left, you've got a table that's designed for our eyes. It's got colors, merged cells, some empty rows for spacing. It looks nice and easy to read for a person. But on the right, that's what a computer needs to see. A totally clean, structured, flat table. And that's the catch, right? The very thing we do to make it look good for us makes it completely unreadable for the tools and algorithms that do all the powerful analytic work.
And this quote just nails it. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Our biggest mistake is trying to make our data look pretty. We think we're helping, but we're actually breaking it for the computer. But here's the good news. Learning how to fix this one thing is the key to unlocking everything else.
So how do we fix it? Well, it all starts with building a proper foundation. We need to create what's called a flat database. This is the bedrock. This is like pointing the concrete before you build the house. Get this right, and everything else stands strong. I know, flat database sounds super technical, right? But honestly, it's incredibly simple. All it really means is that all your important data for one task lives in one single continuous table, on one sheet, no complicated links across different tabs. For the kind of quick, on-the-fly analysis we need to do, especially in logistics, this simplicity is its greatest strength. Now, to get this right, there are 4 rules, and these are like non-negotiables. First, one row has to equal one unique record. So, one pallet movement, one SKU in an order, whatever it is. Second, one column equals one specific attribute. Don't mix weight and volume in one column. Give them each their own. Third, every single row needs a unique ID, like an order ID. And fourth, this is the one that trips everyone up at first, but it is so important. No gaps or merged cells. If you have 5 items on the same truck, you need to repeat that truck number 5 times, once for each row.
Okay, so check this out. This is what it looks like in practice. Take a look at order 1001. You see how both items are on truck TO8? So we list TO8 in both rows. I know, it looks repetitive to us. It feels redundant. But to a computer, this is pure gold. It now knows with 100% certainty that both of those SKUs belong to that specific truck. This simple structure is what lets things like pivot tables and formulas work their magic.
All right, so we've got our perfect structure. We're done, right? Well, not quite. Because what if the data inside that beautiful structure is a total mess? And that leads us right into our next crucial stage, taking that raw data and getting it ready for action.
You've probably heard this one before, but man, is it true. GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out. Think about it. If your data is dirty, full of typos, extra spaces, mixed up formats, any report you build from it is going to be garbage too. And making business decisions based on garbage? That gets expensive fast.
Let me give you a classic example that will drive you absolutely crazy. Imagine this. Someone, somewhere in the data entry process, types iPhone with an extra space at the end. Just one tiny, invisible character. Well, when your VLOOKUP formula goes looking for iPhone without that space, it's going to come back with an error. To the computer, they're two completely different things, and your entire lookup just breaks.
Or how about this one? Happens all the time. Someone's trying to be helpful and types 100 PCs into a quantity cell. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. The second they added those letters, PCs, that cell stopped being a number. It's now text. So when you try to sum that column, the formula just skips right over it, and suddenly your grand total is dangerously wrong.
So, how do we fix this mess? There's a 3-step process called data normalization. First, you got to clean up all the text. That means trimming those extra spaces and converting everything to, say, lowercase so it's all uniform. Second, you fix the data types. Make absolutely sure numbers are numbers and dates are dates. And finally, you consolidate. You use tools like XLOOKUP to pull in related data from other tables to build your one master data set.
Okay, our data is structured, it's clean, life is good. But what happens when you have to work with a team? This is where we move beyond just your own personal file and into the world of collaboration, without the chaos. Oh man, I think we have all lived this nightmare, right? You know the drill. You email a file, someone makes changes, emails it back. Pretty soon, you've got 10 different versions floating around and nobody has a clue which one is the right one. It's a recipe for disaster. Thankfully, there's a much, much better way, the cloud. With platforms like Google Sheets or Microsoft 365, the file doesn't live on your computer or your colleague's computer. It lives in one central spot. Everyone, and I mean everyone, works on that one single file. No more confusion? You finally have a single source of truth. And what's really cool about this is that you get total control. Your transport manager, okay, they can be an editor with full power to change things. Your sales manager, maybe just a commenter, so they can leave notes without messing up the data. And the folks in the warehouse, they can be viewers, able to see the plan with zero risk of accidentally deleting a crucial shipment.
But let's be real, mistakes still happen. And for that, there is a literal lifesaver, version history. Picture this, it's 10:32 a.m. A new employee accidentally sorts just one column, and the whole database is a jumbled mess. Total panic, right? Nope. The manager just pops into the version history, clicks Restore to 10:30 a.m., and boom, the entire file reverts back, instantly. Crisis averted.
So we've come a long way. We have a clean, structured, collaborative database. So what's next? Where does this all lead? Well, this is where it gets really, really exciting. It's about moving from clicking and typing to just talking to your data.
And no, this is not science fiction anymore. This is a real query you can now give to your spreadsheet using tools like Microsoft Copilot or Google Gemini. Instead of wrestling with complex formulas, you just ask a question in plain English, and the AI does all the heavy lifting for you, generating the report and even the charts.
And really, that's the full journey. A spreadsheet isn't just a boring grid for storing numbers anymore. When you build it right, it becomes this dynamic, intelligent control panel for your whole operation. It becomes a tool for asking questions, finding patterns, and really investigating your supply chain.
So I want to leave you with this one thought. Every order, every shipment, every delay, it's all part of a bigger story that your data is trying to tell you. The real question is, are you building the right tools to listen?